Classics, the cinematic movie podcast that takes you back to the iconic films of 20 years ago. I am your host, Jay Alonzo. My boy K. Williams, who's normally with me, unfortunately couldn't be with me tonight, but shout out to him. We still love him. We'll catch him next week on the next episode. But we have a very special guest. When I say special, I mean special. I think this woman is single-handedly one of the inspirations coming up as an aspiring actor, as an aspiring writer, as an aspiring entertainer. And she did it on such fanfare as All That and Tim and Eric's awesome show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome Angelique Bates. What's going on, girl?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing? Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for, stepping in. Not short notice. We knew you were coming, but we didn't know that it was going to be, Yeah, nonetheless, though, thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to talk about a movie. I'm not sure if you've seen this movie when you were younger, but this movie, in my opinion, is what we call the Black Love movie. That everybody knows about. Mm-hmm. So, as you know, with this show, with our guests, we like to get to know you, and have you tell your story to to the listeners, and for those who don't know you, they're gonna get to know you today, because that's what we do here.
Selfish.
Your entertainment run, well before All That. For those who don't know how you got started, why don't you give us your story as to how you got into business, where you from, and how did you get from the child actor to Angelique Bates, the adult, and then the adult star?
Okay, well, my mother, she put me in the industry when I was 9 months old. Where I'm from the West Coast.
West Side?
Right? West Coast, West Side, for life. But anyway, so I'm an inner city kid. And my mom, she was a single mom. My dad, I got to give a shout out to Haiti. On my dad's side, rest in peace, full-blooded Haitian. So, yes, I was about to say it,
one time for the one time.
You got to know. But, my mom's side there, we mixed with everything, Native American, and, we got a whole lot going on. But that's pretty much the history of my mom, where we came from or whatever. But, like I said, I was in the industry since I was 9 months old. I had a Borax ad. I want to say his name was Tony Lando. I might have just completely slayed his name, but he was the original in The Odd Couple. It was a series back in the day. And it was a commercial with him. He's actually a legend. So for that to be like my first, pretty much debut into the entertainment industry was pretty awesome. And then from that point on, I had booked like a major AT&T commercial that I don't know if people remember the Lou Ross telethons that used to air late night.
From way back when.
Telethon. Right. And that was back when they used to they used to film the white commercial, and they had the black commercial. Well, obviously I was the black commercial, so it was like late night, probably sleeping, about to go to sleep. So I wasn't the daytime version. But after that, I ended up, booking a couple parts. But pretty much when I got Nickelodeon, I ended up being in the talent show. The Richard Delancey, who was the creator of Unsolved Mysteries, actually discovered me. He
now
there at
that's the Robert Stack joint, right?
The Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, with the creepy voice.
Oh no, it's. Well, you know what? I don't know. Yeah, whatever that was, I don't know who was hosting it or whatever. Honestly, I've never been one of those people to just watch myself. I do projects and I keep it pushing. But yeah, actually, I still get paid for that episode, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, because I'm like, well, since it's still airing, it's like, did they not find the people that were in that episode? So they kind of stuff was like, yeah, I got a check, but then it'd be like, oh man, did they not find them? Because I was playing a runaway.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah. Anyway, he discovered me, but he didn't represent children at the time. So he had a close friend that was my agent for a very long time. He just passed away actually last year.
Rest in peace.
And he had him come to see me and was like, yo, you got to check her out. He ended up pretty much taking me under his wing, ended up sending me on to all that auditions when actually I had an agent who did not submit me on the audition at all.
Right.
And she actually submitted one of my other friends. And it was crazy when my friend saw her. It was like, he thought that she sent both of us and was like, oh, yeah, I saw Angelique. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, she was up there? She started trying to, submit me on stuff, but it was already too late. Our new agent, he had pretty much, stepped up to the plate, submitted me. It was like 1,000,001 of callbacks that we had to do. I mean, we had so many callbacks, I didn't think I had booked the job, to be quite honest, because I had never gone through that many callbacks. And ended up booking it. And I know she regrets it to this day.
Okay, so so you got the call back for all that, and then you officially became a member of the original cast. So
yeah, it was I always forget what the original number is. I mean, wait, how many is it of us? But
6 of us, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, wait, is it 5 or 7? I think it's a lucky 7, right?
Okay, wait a minute. So we're talking about the original cast. So we're talking Keenan, Kel, Lori Beth, Josh, Katrina, you. I'm already at 6 now. So who am I missing?
No, I think you said Josh, right?
I got Josh.
Okay, so there's Ken, Kel, Josh. You got Lori Beth, Katrina, and me. Okay, so the reason why, because he was like, how she don't know the number? The reason why I always end up getting the number mixed up is because it was 4 of us. They ended up adding on 2 to make it, I guess it was a lucky number or something. So that's why I always get the number count, because it was really 4 of us up until the very end, right before we shot the pilot. They brought on 2 last minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so that almost came close to being forecasted.
But you know what? We will always credit all that as being the young people's version of SNL. Like, you guys were our first experience into sketch comedy outside of like A Living Color and all that, which was going on at the time. But something that us kids can relate to at that time, it was all that. Our first real introduction to sketch comedy came from all that. So with that being said, you have some of the most memorable sketches on that show. So real quick, what was your favorite sketch on all that? Mine personally of yours is Randy and Mandy with Keenan.
I was going to say pretty much Randy and Mandy, because it was chocolate,
Chocolate!
Even though some of it was kind of, it wasn't pure chocolate because, for theme purpose. But, we got to make a mess. We got to act the fool. It was all for the paycheck. It was all for the dollar bill.
Right.
But,
make all the mess you want to. We getting paid for it.
Right? So, it was fun. It definitely had its moments. I just hated smell like it because, like I said, it wasn't solid chocolate like the bathtub.
Right.
Like, that was a mixture of water, powder, and a whole bunch of other stuff because they had to fill it up. So it made whatever that was super strong, and it would stick to our skin, the odor. And that used to be the day that the live performances would be.
Okay.
And in front of the studio audience. So those were always like Fridays.
Okay.
So, here is Immature and Usher and all them, when they coming in. I'm like, hey, hi, I'm Angelique. Don't mind the chocolate smell.
Okay.
Okay. Chocolate. Well, I have a crush. I'm crushing at the same time. Like, oh, gosh. But, yeah, definitely Randy and Mandy.
Got you. Okay. So to wrap up on all that stuff, how do you feel being the alumni of such a beloved show that's it's iconic at this point, how do you feel the impact of the show and your contributions to the show made its mark on that generation at that time to where they are today?
Well, it's definitely it's been amazing. It's just a lot of us, we still haven't grasped it because it's just like, wow, like we didn't realize that we touched so many lives. And it's like we were kids, you know what I mean? Like when we booked that, for some of us, that was our first major project. Some had already been working or whatever, but it was just like, it's just amazing because also when we got that show, social media wasn't even a thought. I don't even think the internet was popping. AOL hadn't even come around yet.
No. We had Nickelodeon magazine. Please, that's what we had.
Right, right. That was it. So we were in such an era. So that's back when if you wanted to talk to us, you had to write a letter.
Right.
So we didn't really. I know I didn't. I didn't get any of my fan mail. So we weren't seeing that coming in. So it was just like, okay, we're doing a show and this blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we would see kids come up to the set and be outside of Universal Studios and the line going crazy when they would see us. And, we would do autographs, but that was just about it. So X amount of years later, it's like just to see so many people talking about, how their lives have been changed. But I've had celebrities and industry kids just be like, you know what, looking at you being the first African-American girl on the show, that really opened up doors for me because when I saw you was like, oh, I can do it too. And I've had people hit me in the inbox say, like I said, they've had life crises where it was suicide, some have been raped or whatever, and they hadn't opened up to anybody else. But they were like in my inbox confiding in me. But it's so crazy. Like I said, I have so many messages in my inbox that a lot of them will be like, I don't know if, you'll ever respond to me, but they were still talking. It's like, I'm going to just be wanting somebody to listen to them,
right.
But it's like there were a lot of my peers that they don't even open those messages. And it's kind of scary to know that because it's like, how many of those messages do they have in there that they probably could have saved somebody's life?
Wow. That is very true.
So yeah, but yeah.
Do you keep in touch with any of the past members as far as the original guys?
I see Kel almost about every week because we go to the same church and
praise God.
Yeah, praise God. Me and Katrina, that's my ace spoon dog right there. So those are pretty much the only. So I mean, I still talk to Josh every now and then, but Josh is like, he's all over the place. He's constantly working, so I don't really get to talk to Josh as much. But yeah, it's just Josh, Katrina, and Kel. And Kel's actually getting ready to have another baby, so I'm happy for him.
Hey, exclusive. Shout out to Kel one time. Okay.
Right. Well, it ain't too much of it exclusive. He did post it, so I don't want people to be like, damn, she just put his business out there. No, it's on his Instagram.
She just dropped a bomb one time. Like, that's not your business.
Right, just in case you don't follow him, he did post it.
I'm going to say I speak for all young men who watch the show, and I promise you I'm going to get off the show when I make this statement. For all young men in my age, at that time, we found 2 members of all that we thought are absolutely gorgeous from back in the day to present day. And that's always been you and Katrina. Always.
Really?
Always. Me and my best friend talked about you the other day because I told him that we were going to have you on the show. And he was like, man, I'm telling you, man, Angelique and Katrina, man, those was the ones, man.
Wow.
Off top.
Katrina would love to hear that. I'm going to have her listen to this because we always heard it differently. And that wasn't one of the, that wasn't the duel. Sometimes I wasn't in that duel either. It was always like some of the other cast members thought, that puts a smile on my face. I'm like, what? Let me find out.
I mean, you told me off air that your eyes changed different colors. I'm like, oh, okay. That's
right.
It's cool.
Yeah, my eyes, they hit that gray every now and then. That gray orange. Because actually, what I forgot to mention is when I was actually a baby, but my mom actually, like when I first came out the womb and everything, I Google all that stuff. My eyes gray.
Wow.
I had gray eyes, and then they changed. So that's why they do. They will change every now and then. I heard if I'm in a really good mood, my eyes will go super, super, super light. And if I'm, not in that right place, that happy place, then it goes a little dark.
So your eyes change with your mood. That's some X-Men shit.
Apparently.
For real.
Apparently, yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
I mean, my eyes are just brown. So, when I'm mad, they're brown. When I'm happy.
Well, it's funny, right? When you said that my eyes changed with my mood. I was looking at something real quick, and the part from Thriller when Michael comes up and his eyes change, and he's like, "Get away!" That literally just hit my screen right when you said that. I was like, "Yeah, well, I guess."
Yeah. You pushed that wrong button. I just hit you with that. Hell yeah. Okay, so one more question for you before we get to the 2-minute drill. So now we're past all that. You've been in films like 35 and Ticking with my man Russ Parr, who directed that. Your stint on Tim and Eric's awesome show. What was the name of your character?
The Bub lady.
Bub lady. Yes, I had a screenshot of that the other day. I'm like, this shit is funny. So,
you know, it's crazy. I didn't know nothing about that show when I got it. I was actually like legit pregnant with my daughter. And it was funny because my agent at the time, I forgot to tell him I was pregnant again. I thought he knew. And when he got the call back, he's like, "Angie, so you got a call back for this character that's pregnant?" And I think I might have been. I think I had 1 more month left. And my daughter was going to be born. And I was like, "Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you, I'm pregnant. But I'm getting ready to have her anyway in another month, so we good."
Go and get that check one time.
Right. My bad.
You know what I mean? So, past all that, what's next for you? Where is your career taking you now? I'm sure there is plenty of fans who've grew up with you, and just seeing your face alone is like, wow, she's still at it. You know what I mean? When so many young stars at that time aren't around anymore, for one reason or another. So, what's next for you? Like, matter of fact, today is shout out to National Women's Day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Thank you, International Women's Day. Yes.
International Women's Day. So I got an international woman here right now. So therefore, this is a very befitting episode. Yeah, what's next for you?
It's crazy because a lot of people feel like I should be doing a lot more than I am. I agree. It's just this industry is so fickle. They'll chew you up and spit you out, and keep pushing. So, especially if you're a minority in the industry.
Oh yeah, I definitely know.
So, it's hard if you're a minority female in the industry. Mm-hmm. It's even more worse. So it's definitely been a struggle. A lot of people, even my fans, they just like, when I tell them the stories, they're just like, wow, they're like, you should be doing more. Like, a lot of them just thought that I just didn't want to be in the industry anymore. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not even what it is. There's so many politics that I'm dealing with in this industry that it's just, pretty much I've been having to do everything on my own. It's just me. Everything that you guys have seen me in since all that's all me.
Right.
That's me grinding and getting little spots here and there, even with 35 and Ticking. When they booked me in 35 and Ticking, apparently they didn't even realize I was from Nickelodeon.
Right.
That part wasn't supposed to be that memorable. It was supposed to be a small part, when we walked, and it was supposed to keep on pushing. That part in general ended up taking on a whole nother life. When my fans realized that was me, it was like, oh, she's in the Kevin Hart movie. Like, I had fans hitting me up on Twitter just repeating my lines. Like, it was so crazy. And they're just like, wait a minute, who is this chick? And they're like, oh, shit. That's what ended up happening. But the Eric Awesome Show, they didn't even know. Like, they just hired me. And then I didn't even know that they had a cult following like that.
Word.
Like, there's little girls, like, on YouTube, little girls in front of the TV with my character singing or whatever, and these little girls are sitting here dancing and singing to a grown folks. at work, just doing the dance and everything. I'm like, whoa, this is insane. So, you know, I'm still trying to get my work. Like, I just did a skit with Tammy Romaine, because she has the Bonnet Chronicles,
right,
which is hilarious. And I just did that. They posted that up about a week or so ago, and just to hear the feedback in the comments of that, it's like, people's like, oh my God, that's so girl from all that. So it's just like, it's shocking a little bit, because, you know, sometimes you feel like you've been forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
I know my follower count on my Instagram don't show it, but I be like, they don't remember me. But then it's like, when I see the comments, it's like, oh man, wow. It's like, okay, like, I still get love. Like, my brother was just saying that because he was in Atlanta a couple of days ago, and somebody in production was wearing an All That hat and was just like, yeah, you know, we love her. And it was like, he's like, man, you have major love out here. I said, that's crazy, because it's just like, things just don't be adding up. Like, a lot of us in the industry feel that way. And that's why I be telling people, you know, stop giving people their roses when they're gone.
Right.
Because a lot of
these
people, right, if they knew, if they had any clue that they would love like that, you know what I'm saying, things would be a lot different. Like, even with Ricky, you know, the comedian that passed from Snoop Dogg's camp.
Ricky Harris, yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, that was extremely sad, because that night I sat there, because I knew so many people that personally knew him. So, you know, when stuff would go up, the hashtag, and I would end up going right back to his page. As I would go back to his page, the number count on his page kept on going up and going up and going up. He, at the time, didn't even have 1,000 people when he died.
Right.
But for everybody coming out talking about they love him and all this other stuff, and people didn't even know what project he was from and stuff, it was so crazy that I think he might be at 10,000 now. I don't know. But he definitely had more than 1,000 followers. I said, that is insane. So now that he's dead, everybody wants to be up in the comments, oh, he missed, oh, he was great. Okay, well, y'all should have been saying that while he was alive.
Exactly.
But this industry does that all the time. So a lot of us be feeling like we forgot. It ain't just me. You know, even, and I know a couple casters, I ain't going to put their names out there, but they feel the same way, too, because it's just like the industry treats you like F. And then it's just like, you know, you don't really be knowing until you pass away. You still don't really be knowing, you know, unless you just chilling up there with God, like, damn, okay, let me go check my Instagram real quick.
And that's why I started this show, because I went to LA to pursue the acting and pursue the entertainment thing. And, you know, one way or another, I'm still in it, but I'm doing it my way. So you can't shut me up, Hollywood.
Right.
So,
you know, it feels good.
Lovely. So listen, let's get into 2-minute drill. I love this part of the show, because we get to, like, rapid fire questions back and forth in 2 minutes to see who gets the most right. They can kick off the review of the movie after we give the intro. And because you are our guest for today and Kay's not here, mm-hmm. you know, and it's International Women's Day, so I feel you need to kick off 2-minute drill for us. Okay, can you do that for me?
Oh, wait, no!
Okay, so...
Don't do that to me.
Okay. So, you ready? You sure you ready?
I mean, I'm ready, but I'm like, wait, what do I say?
You asked me the first question.
About the movie, right?
About the movie.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I think I got this. You know what I mean? Okay. Woo.
You ready? Breathe. Okay. It's okay. Just breathe.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Wait. What was the name of the
Wait. I didn't start the counter yet. You know, you jumped the gun a bit. It's all good. You know, I got you though. 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill starts now.
Okay. What was the name of the club that they all would meet in?
The Sanctuary.
Okay,
Okay, we good. Okay, so what's Nina's last name?
Wait a minute. Jones? Dang, wait a minute. It's so easy, too. I really don't remember no more.
You got 5 seconds?
Wait a minute.
4.
Ooh, can I Google in time?
Nope, no Googling. That's time, by the way. That's her last name was Mosley. It's Mosley.
I keep on forgetting that. All right. Okay, what was Lorenz's name in the movie?
First and last name, or just a name?
Just first, because I don't even know his last name.
Okay, cool. Darius.
You got it right.
Word. Okay, so according to Hollywood, if God was a woman, what would she change?
Oh, something about she would have a penis under her chin or something like that.
Correct. All right, the score is 2-1, and we got 35 seconds.
Okay. Oh, it's my turn. What was the name of the poem that Darius did that was dedicated to Nina?
A Blues for Nina?
Yeah, that was it.
Hey, all right, 10 seconds. Score's 3-1. Here we go. What's the name of Darius's book?
Oh shit, hell, I don't know.
2-1, dang. The actual answer was Gypsy's Eyes. That was the answer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I watched it. And
that's I see.
But I told you, off air that when I watched it, that was like my very first time watching the movie. I've never seen this movie prior to today. I've always knew about it. And like I said, it's one of those movies that, it falls in that black love category, you know what I'm saying? And I remember Kay told us yesterday on the phone that he has Love Jones in between like Blood In, Blood Out and some other off the wall shit that it just doesn't fit in between. So everybody I knew though had Love Jones on tape. Like everybody I knew.
Right.
Like everybody. So for the people that don't know what movie we're talking about today, we're taking it back to the 1997 romantic dramedy. Yeah, I guess you can call it a dramedy. Love Jones. Good movie. I enjoyed it.
Right.
So I'm going to kick off this intro real quick, and then we'll get into this thing. Love Jones, original release date March 14th, 1997, shares opening weekend with the re-release of Return of the Jedi. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Yes.
Like a nerd?
Absolutely.
Or you enjoy it?
No, not like that. I like it though. I don't go Star Wars crazy like, oh my god, I gotta stand it at midnight. No,
I gotta catch it.
Yeah.
The box office total was $12 million on a production budget of $10 million. So they made some money back. Cool. Paid off the lawyers and whatnot.
Okay.
And this movie currently holds a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. Is that fair?
Oh, okay.
That's pretty fair. I wouldn't say it's not fair.
Yeah. Right.
So tell me about the first time you saw this movie.
That probably would have been like yesterday. Like that movie came out in '97.
97.
Yeah, I was doing other things
and trying to catch Love Jones just was one of those things.
Nah, I wasn't. Yeah, no. Yeah, those weren't really my kind of movies. I was more of a set it off girl and and all that stuff. But I think I may have seen it like a few years ago, but like a scene. But I just never really was into it. Like I love Lorenz and Nia Long, but that just wasn't my movie. But when I saw it yesterday, kind of skipping a couple of scenes, I was like, oh, okay, this is a cool movie. Definitely wouldn't work in this time era.
Right.
That was definitely a 90s movie.
Oh, yes. It had 90s written all over it.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, nowadays, like, we got names for what was going on. I'm like, giving it up on the first date and all that other stuff. Like, hold up.
Thought Pockets out there now, so, Thought Pockets ain't really taking it that seriously nowadays. Well, like I said, it's almost every family member or friend or a cousin or whatever the case may be, they've always had Love Jones on tape, like always. I remember seeing the tape, and it's always like that colorful box with Black Love on the cover. And I'm like, okay, well, eventually I'll see it. And then we started the show, and I figured, well, Love Jones is coming up on his 20 years. I think I'll talk about that. So I'll put it on, and it opens with the that really cool monologue. It's kind of depressing as well because it really has nothing to do with the movie, but it shows that inner city Chicago, the pictures of Chicago and its residents, and it's like, damn, like I don't really get what it means with this movie, but I definitely dig the look for sure.
Right.
So, like I said, watching the movie, and I really got into it, and then I kind of realized that I relate to Darius a lot. Not intentionally, but I do kind of relate to him a lot. Like, I feel like all dudes have that sense of selfishness, especially when they're working towards a certain goal, and it's almost like you want a girl, you want somebody to be around you, you know what I mean? But you don't want to lock that down because you don't want to commit to that and then commit to what your dream is. You get what I'm saying?
Right. You pretty much wasting people's time.
Yeah, just burning hours. It's all good. But like I said, moving to LA, I had girls that I dated for sure, but it was just I never took it all that seriously because I was there for a bigger goal, if you will. So in a way, I definitely relate to Darius. But at the same time, Darius does play a fool though, like for sure. But we'll get to that later. So can you relate to Nia Long or to Nina?
Definitely no, I definitely cannot.
We'll find out why later.
She has thought tendencies, so that's all I can really say. Without bust out the movie like that at this early in the game. But no, I didn't get down like how she was. That wasn't my cup of tea. That's why I was like, wait a minute, this is what everybody's talking about. This was the classic.
She out here being a thought pocket.
Right, like that definitely wasn't my stilo. I wasn't a player, but I crushed a lot. And I was like,
okay. So, how did you feel about the opening? Correct. I'll take that back. How did you feel about the first scene in which we get all the characters really in one location? We see Darius, we see Hollywood, played by Bill Bellamy, which I kind of feel like Bill Bellamy played the same character in How to Be a Player a couple months later, but whatever.
Right.
But we get Isaiah Washington as Savan. We get Leonard Roberts. I forgot the name of his character. And then you get the chick. I can't think of her name or her character right now. But you get the whole layout of the crew that Darius runs with. And then you get Nina and Josie. And they're all in the same hangout spot, on the same night. I've always enjoyed the vibe of a jazz club or a slam poetry place. You know what I mean?
Right. I get it.
So how did you feel about the layout of the movie, like the vibe of the movie off that one scene?
When I looked at it, because like I said, I didn't really see it before, I was like, oh snap. So all those actors, I knew who they were.
Right.
But I'm like, was it Grey's Anatomy and everything? It's like, oh snap! Like this is where around the period where everybody was getting their start. Mm-hmm. So it kind of took me out of the movie. Like, oh wow! So I was more like in awe at that. But just seeing the characters, it just kind of it put me back, like I said, in the '90s still. So I was just like, okay, it was cool. I liked the way they did it because it was an introduction,
right? And
it kind of like got you kind of involved with the movie,
right?
So I definitely was still.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Hollywood's a hater. He establishes himself as a hater immediately. So, like I said, it was my first time seeing it, so I didn't anticipate what he does later in the movie, but when it does happen, it's definitely not a surprise at all. So, right. So Darius meets Nina at the bar, I feel like he does something that a lot of dudes do, but will never admit to it. Like the first time they meet a girl that they truly like, they will do some like geeky nerd shit, like spill the drink or whatever, because they can't, control their emotion, that they can't control themselves, whatnot. But unlike the geeky dudes, Darius truly does redeem himself, and I think in the most smoothest way, by doing that poem for Nina, having just met her 3 minutes prior.
Yeah, they was honing in this movie. No,
I mean, I know
that was that error.
Yeah, it was. It totally was. I know. If that same layout was today, he'd be considered a stalker for sure.
Oh my God, dude! Like I would have had a restraining order on him, mace, a couple bullets, or whatever. Like it would have been all bad for him. Like he wouldn't. He wouldn't have made it to the end of the movie.
So
it would have been done in the first 10 minutes. Like, oh, and he's dead.
So you over here doing poems about me and shit, and you just met me like 3 minutes ago. Okay, and then you gonna pull up at the record store where I'm at, and then get my address, come to my crib, niggas? You crazy?
I might have had to call the homies on that one. Like,
man,
this dude, he's stalking me. Like, I ain't with it. Like,
I don't like it. But and then going to the him seeing her at the record store, trying to get her attention, and then he gets her address from the lady at the record store. But he goes there with good intention. He brings her.
She lost her job. I'm sorry.
She lost her job too, so she's she ain't 100% right now, but. He brings her the record that she's trying to get, the Isley Brothers record. And I know at that time, like, vinyl was still, like, a thing. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely,
I still got some vinyl.
I got a few records. Mm-hmm. They're all, like, present day, but in vinyl form. But I got a few records.
Right.
But, so I can only imagine what Isley Brothers vinyl at that time was worth. You know what I'm saying? So... And, that was her vibe. She wanted to chill at the crib, get some Isley Brothers on. They wasn't open about weed at this time, but I'm pretty sure a blunt was involved as well. So...
plenty of that.
So, I thought it was cool that he put forth his best effort to still, get this girl's attention. Dudes do far dumber shit to get a girl's attention, but to seek out and actually get the record that she was looking for... And then, in the most stalker way possible, get her address and go back to her house to give it to her. He still got let in.
Yeah, see, it was movies like that, though, that fucked it up for a lot of us and messed up our past life, because we thought dumb shit like that was, I don't even know if I could on here, but my bad. Can't believe he's acting like that. Okay, well, man, the dude was already throwing soccer tendencies in the first place. But because of movies like Love Jones.
Because of movies like Love Jones, you thought you was gonna be in there.
He loves me. That was he put the effort in. Like, he's crazy. Run, get out.
Don't stick around. You gotta go.
Right.
Okay. So, after that night, after that day when he brought the record to her or whatever, they ended up going to a reggae club after they, they went to a reggae club. Now, them damn reggae clubs, and you should know this, being LA and all, we got that connection, LA all day. I would say that them reggae clubs are prone for like hookups and whatnot, and a lot of people think that reggae clubs is primarily just a bunch of weed smoke, some dance hall, or Bob Marley, depending on where you go, and that's just that. But no, like when y'all out there and you dirty whining and all that, you're creating something together. You never know where this one's gonna take you.
Yeah, you definitely right about that.
Yeah. But the Reggae Club Connection is what I call it. That's my note. It's called the Reggae Club Connection because it was that connection that got them smanging later.
They downplayed it though, because we all know that it goes down in the reggae clubs a little bit more than that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They wouldn't have made it back to the apartment.
How'd you feel about the first love scene with Maxwell in the background?
Oh man, like that's whew. Maxwell and R. Kelly. Boy, if you don't know, that would say is the pennies was coming off on that one.
Okay.
Now, I was like, you already knew. That was the warning. It was going down.
Oh yeah, when Maxwell comes on, I mean, he used to be on stage with no shoes on, barefoot, and girls would go insane, like, "Oh, he got those shoes on, Maxwell."
Mm-hmm.
You know, so But it was also something around that time to when like Maxwell and who was big in that time, like Case. Goddamn.
Shit, Genuine. Don't forget
Joe, Genuine, Tyrese first, bursting on the scene, RL from Next. Like, there was all on, like, the black movie soundtracks. Like, it was, like, custom at that point with, like, The Best Man, Love Jones. They were everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The Brothers.
Yeah, no, you definitely right. But that's back when people were really trying to be in relationships, though. Nowadays, music got everybody's head messed up.
That's because R&B is not exactly where it used to be. Like back in those days, it was actually singing about love. Now it's like, I just want to put it in your mouth, like that type of shit. So,
oh my God,
you know,
well, even if you think about it, wait a minute, you gotta remember that one song, Last Night.
Oh yeah. But that's a little different though. Like,
right. But it's like the way they did it was in such a way where it was just like it went hard, but it wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna ask you and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like they still did it in I can't even use the word classy, but they did it in such a way where it was like, okay, but let's still get married at your white dress. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, but with last night, they did it in such a really cool, smooth, suave way because the song is about busting one of the greatest nuts ever.
Right.
But he does it in such a they do it in such a way to where I get it. Listen, if I saw the sun, the moon, the diamonds, how does the damn song go? Blah blah blah, and the rivers. I saw heaven. Yeah, I was singing too.
Right.
So
yeah.
I don't fault them. I still look for that to this day.
Yeah, man, that was an underrated album right there.
To this day, I've actually never heard the album.
Really?
I only know that one song.
That's super. Hey, but you know what? Hey, at least you know that one song though. A lot of people don't even know that. So we still remember them. But yeah, love Joe.
So tell me about how would you feel after hooking up with a dude and the very next day he's in your kitchen cooking breakfast for you?
He's not going nowhere. He's gonna be in the sunken place.
Oh no, you ain't going nowhere.
Right, you ain't going nowhere. You mine now. Yeah, we married now. He would be there forever. Did you God? First of all, you just walked your little happy ass into my kitchen, and then you just went into my refrigerator, and then you just cooked with my eggs and stuff. Oh yeah, no. We a couple now.
So I mean, if you broke them organic eggs and them shits is pricey, we go together, and that's just that.
Dude, yes. You know how much them eggs are, especially don't let them be the brown ones.
Yeah. Them farm fresh joints, man. Nah, man. So.
Yeah, nah. This is a we. This is us now. It ain't no I. It's us.
So talk about the next scene in this movie when Darius and Savon just broke up with his wife from reasons we kind of don't really know about, but Darius is with Savon at the pool hall, and then Nina is with Josie in a taxi, and they're both kind of recapping the night before, right? I know for a fact. Oh yeah,
they're like we were just kicking it or something like that.
Yeah, we're just kicking it. You know.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that we've all, especially in this age range we're in now, we've all had to explain to our friends, or at least front to our friends, yeah, just kicking it. Yeah, just kicking it. Like, just kicking it was way before Netflix and chill, because there was no damn Netflix.
It was a whole lot of kicking it going on.
A whole lot of kicking it. Like, niggas' legs hurt from all that damn kicking it.
Right? It was like, oh, my mama used to be like, oh, this kick, oh, no. Back in the day, that was going together. You know?
But you know what? It's something about the part with Savon and Darius, because, like, Savon hits Darius with a mad quote that was like, that's deep, in reference to what we now know as, you know, the Love Jones, right? And then he says, what do you say? He says, when that Jones hits your ass, it's a motherfucker. And it's a quote that really needs no real explanation, but it's like, damn. You know, that's the Love Jones. That's worse than any other drug.
Yeah. They kind of need it to come back a little bit right now. We need some Love Jones in the world a little bit. Right. I'll take that area than what's going on right now. That's for sure. Yeah,
it seemed like 1997 was just like a perfect year. I don't know why. Like,
yeah, it was.
I don't even remember what happened all that time, but, like, you know, whatever. But so we get to the part in the movie where Nina is visited by the ex-boyfriend Marvin, played by Khalil Kane, who outside of Juice always played a sleazebag.
Right.
Yeah. Outside of Juice, like we all seen For Color Girls, and he wasn't the nicest of characters in that movie either. So, yeah. You know, he always kind of played the sleazebag, but he comes back through trying to get back in good graces with his girl, and you know she ain't really having it. But just off the simple fact that he came back, puts those thoughts and those feelings back in their head. You know, I've always felt like I'm not the one to go back, but I know. And I'm not saying this is just women, because dudes do this as well. But it seems like when the ex comes back, no matter how long the actual relationship was, if you felt a spark at one point and he comes back, that spark does rekindle. But, you know, does it last? Speak on that for me.
I was like, no. 99% of my exes all fucked up. So there ain't no spark popping unless I'm trying to blow they butts up.
I hope you niggas slip on the curb and bust all that shit up.
It's a done deal. Now, they might have sparks when it comes to me, you know, because they all been like, oh, you know, every last one has admitted that they screwed up. But I'm like, no, like, it's a done deal, because once that door has been closed, you start to look back and be like, damn, what was I thinking?
Right.
You know, so I've always believed in that, you know, an act is an act for a reason. Right.
Exactly.
You know, it's, yeah. I mean, unless it was just one of those things where somebody was going off to college, or there was just this dope job, you know, that was in another state, and the other person had to do something, and then maybe you guys link back up. But if it was some BS involved, like one slept with the other friend or something like that, during the separation and all that, no, bro, no, we good. No, homie.
Hell no. Get on. Okay,
know?
So
this ain't have it your way. Hold on.
True. I would say with that next scene, because it's funny, because the very next day after the first love scene, Darius does tell her about a fear that he has as far as like meeting a chick and everything is all fine and dandy and it's all good, and then all of a sudden, you know, the ex pops back in the picture and it was like, well, it was fun, you know, that type of vibe. And it's super a battle of the sexes, because it's the same thing for dudes. You know, we could have just broke up with somebody and you go out and you get your revenge fuck on, and you know, about a week or so go by, then that person pops up, or even longer, 2-3 weeks go by and that person pops up, and then it just becomes this like, damn, like, I do miss you, but you become with some bullshit. So I don't think I want to fuck with you like that.
Yeah, no, yeah, we good. It's like, boo-boo. Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, then. And with that being said, you know, a couple scenes later, after we see Marvin trying to, you know, swing back into Nina's life, Nina 100% confirms Darius' fear. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
Is that why you don't relate?
No, I mean, I get, dude, yes, I'm trying to be nice because, you know, it's International Woman Day. But, I mean, I was just saying, dude, like, you can't get, no, that's a no-no.
Yeah, it's just
no, we don't do that. You know what I mean? We don't do that.
We're just wasting
because
time.
Especially if you have feelings still for the other person. Like, you know, if you're just trying to go forward and you just think maybe it's going to work out. Because, I mean, I've heard situations where it happens. I mean, hey, God bless you. But, you know, they move on. They have a happy life. Hey, not me.
Right.
But if you still have feelings for the homie, too, like, that's not even cool because that's awkward. You know, it's like, okay, so let's say you get back with this person, but you've already been asking his homie, and but they're still cold because you know how you guys are. Like, y'all can sleep with the same chick and still be homies.
Not 100%. Wait a minute, not 100%. We just talked about this on our other show, Like Water for Chocolate. Shout out to Lex and Truth over there at Like Water for Chocolate. We did an episode about gender roles, right? And how certain situations, you know, will play out differently amongst the sexes, right? So something like this did pop up to where, like, if one of my partners got with a maybe not an ex-girlfriend of mine, but just an old flame I used to hang out with. Granted, you know, a lot of the dudes out here always had the mindset is, well, shit, bro. If you don't claim her as wifey, bro, she's fair game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was a part of that, but as you get older, it's like, no, the hell she's not.
Right.
You're supposed to be my partner, and no, like, I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. So, you know, we're skipping a bit, but because Hollywood definitely tried to, Hollywood he shot his shot. He definitely shot his shot.
Yeah, he violated.
And we never quite knew if Hollywood and Nina quite got it, got up in there one time. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
But
yeah.
But but off the sheer fact that she went that route, like you were down to go that route, knowing that that's a dude that you used to talk to or mess or whatever. That's one of his mans, and. Does she look at it the same? Like, well, he ain't putting no ring on it, so I'm fair game. He's fair game, So.
And you probably had so many females too doing that crap. But you have me love, Joe. We can do that. No, man. probably why there's a whole bunch of little kids running around nowadays.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these kids right here, all y'all are a product of this movie, straight up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like insane.
So. Going back to when Nina decides to go to New York, try it out again with Marvin, and then I believe she had like a job lined up, and the job kind of fell through.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So she has a quote I thought was a pretty dope quote because I feel like it's one of those like best, like, not stab you to hurt you, but at least stab you to feel it. One of those kind of quotes, you know what I'm saying? Like, these words are really going to cut deep. And her words to Marvin, because they got into it over some damn Twisted O's or some malto meal, Walmart brand Cheerios, something like that. And toward the end, she gives him a quote on her way out the door, because the next scene, she literally leaves and puts the ring on his pinky. That was G. Anyway, moving on. All we have is all of the years, and it's just not enough anymore. Damn.
Yeah.
Speak on that.
That was that's all in that wasting people's time. Just like, you didn't realize this X amount of years ago. Like, I hate that. It's just like, oh, now you just had an epiphany. No, you've been having. It's like, just let it go. It's like, if you start feeling some kind of way, don't sit there and keep these thoughts in the back of your head. Let the other person know, because he was completely baffled.
Right.
Even though that relationship was, interesting in itself. I mean, of course, we all saw like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Nah.
But he for some reason thought because she was misleading him, and it's like
she was playing the game,
like, okay,
right?
well, was just like how some guys do. It's just like, okay, well, I think I may not want to do this, but let me go ahead and step out and see what else is out there. But I'm not going to completely let you go because just in case it's on some BS, I can still come back.
So Nina leaves Marvin, leaves him in New York, goes back to Chicago, and when this is the part is like this little thought pocket. So she comes back to Chicago and she's at the record store where she sees Darius with his new boo, which we never even got her name. Well, we got her name. Take it back. We never really saw her.
She was relevant.
Yeah, I guess she was just irrelevant, but whatever. Yeah. But she peeps him outside the glass with his new boo, and they're walking, whatever. And just super convenient. They, I believe it was that night they bump into Hollywood at the club at the Sanctuary. And Hollywood, he shoots his shot. Now, I never got a chance to ask you the question: if you found out that one of your homegirls, or have you found out one of your homegirls was shooting a shot at an ex-boo of yours?
Shoot, we weren't even the ex yet. We were still current. So, right? We see, I can get real ignorant. So, let's just say that was the last time for both of them. You know what I mean? So, I don't play those games. I'm a very loyal person, and I expect loyalty from my friendships and from my relationships. Right. If that's something that you can't give me, like, my trust is forever damaged in you. So I keep pushing. I don't play them games. Like, no, there's a code, and once those codes are violated, it's a done deal.
What color did your eyes turn?
Yeah, you know what? They probably went super dark. Ain't no telling.
Like, yo,
they were too busy running. They didn't get to tell me.
She about to go off like a firecracker. Oh shit. I don't know.
You know what? Because I'm really easy to get along with. Like, that's what pisses me off. Like, I'm really easy to get along. I just think I was difficult. But, like, I'll be like, yo, okay, so this is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. I will lay it all out, tell you already what it is, and be 150% correct. And they'll be like, but, man, how does she know that? But no, because they got to be right. They'll F it up. Because my thing is, I always tell people, keep it real. Because you never know what a person is willing to put up with.
Right.
But if you sit there after this person has already told you what it is, they already see what it is, and they bust you out about it, and you sit there and try to play this role like, no, I would never do that, baby. No, girl, it's not like that.
No,
I'm different.
babe.
I'm not like the other ones.
Listen.
Right.
Listen, all I'm going to do is buy you a fish sandwich.
Right. So you try to play me stupid like that gets me off. So it's just like I just gave you all the get out of jail free cards and you still messed up. I just be looking at you like, you stupid as hell. Like
okay.
Who does that?
Dumbasses apparently.
Right.
So Nina agrees to go out with Hollywood, and then we find out Hollywood drives a hearse. Yeah. But I guess he can breeze through red lights pretty easily. So I guess it's whatever. It is what it is. But
right.
when Darius finds out, I believe it's from Savon, who tells him about what's going on between Hollywood and Nina, and he kind of plays it off like it's not a big deal, but overall, he's blowing it off. But then the next scene at the Sanctuary, we get this like dick swinging competition between Hollywood and Darius.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool because even though they don't directly go at each other, it's definitely about, they know why they're fighting. But it's,
yeah, it was, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How they went about it, it was creative, but then it was just like, wow. It was kind of like there was some low blows. I mean, I was like, wow, really?
Right.
What happened to the bro code?
You know what I'm saying? Bros before hoes. You know, what happened to that? But apparently not, because when you love her, when you know you love her, all that shit's out the door. And me and you, we got to fight.
Apparently.
So,
yeah.
But it didn't stop there, because I know that after the, my dick is bigger than yours competition,
Right.
the next scene, Hollywood pulls the ultimate fuck nigga shit. Straight up.
Yeah, he did.
But by knowing Darius is going to be there, brings Nina to the party.
Yeah.
At the same time, you have to fault Nina too, because when he told her that they were going to a party, I don't think she's ever seen Hollywood's other friends. You know what I'm saying? But she should have picked up on the fact, like, okay, so I know people that you know, so therefore somebody I know that don't want to really see this little situation may likely be there.
Right. Like that was dirty. That definitely was dirty. There was a lot of dirty stuff going on, you know?
Right. But I will say this. I will give credit to the director, because I think that scene as an audience, watching it, it's like, I wish Darius would punch the shit out of this nigga. Like, I really wanted a melee to pop off in the party, and the party vibe wasn't that at all. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. Played it cool. Nina just dipped out. Hollywood looks stupid. Darius goes after her and all that. So they have a little conversation. They haven't seen each other in a while. And the first thing they're saying is, how come you didn't tell me about that person? Or how come Nina didn't tell Darius about Hollywood? Or you're fucked up for, talking to my homeboy and yada, yada, yada. But essentially, it all kind of blows over because Nina apologized to Darius, and then they hang out, and then you get that montage of them going to zoos and shit like that. And essentially, you're thinking like, all right, so this is going to work. But there's still like another 45 minutes left in this movie, 30 minutes left in this movie. Like, what more could we cover? But it's one scene I want you to talk about, and I want to see if it relates to you. And it's a scene when after they go to the dance party, and they go back to Nina's place, and Nina goes to her room while Darius is downstairs, and they're both feeling we'll just call it the urge.
Yeah, I've done that several times.
Speak on it.
But he wasn't able to pull it off. Can I play you something? Hell no, my stereo don't work. Sorry, I'm sleepy.
Angelique, can I play you something? The nigga pulls out a banjo and shit.
Oh, I don't like music, no.
Like, I don't really like music right now. So
right, yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm definitely when she pulled that stunt up until that part, I was like, oh, that is so mean. Put on the sexy outfit. Oh, can you undo this? Like, yeah, I'll play that role.
I know the game you playing right now. I know the game you and really, I'll play along. But we know the game you playing right now.
You're going to play along all the way to next morning.
And guess what? We'll see who's cooking eggs then. So,
touch my kitchen.
I do love the montage because, it's cool. It shows them basically falling back in love again. And then it also shows Hollywood looking salty as hell. So, that's the best revenge, is when you thought you was going to, slide up in there and take your homie's girl, but then in actuality, nah, bro, you couldn't handle that.
Yeah, it's not happening. Sarko Bo. Yeah.
So, and that's when we get that second conversation, after they've gone back together, and then while Darius is still working on the book, Nina is feeling some sort of way, thinking that Darius is back with the one chick, and Darius is still feeling some sort of way about her, fucking with Hollywood. So, and then on top of that, she says something that most guys, it hurts. Like when a woman tells you, "I don't trust you," yo, that sucks.
Yeah, when I don't trust, that's real. The minute that shit happens, it's real.
Oh yeah, war has been declared. Like, what you mean you don't trust me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
because real in the streets is like, because you had to do a lot because women. Well, nowadays it's a little bit messed up because a lot of us, have been through it. But back in the day, like normally it's like you would get the trust off top. But once you like destroyed and chilled at that much, boy, let me tell you,
man, boy. So the next thing was cool because Josie, just being hella cool, decided to let Darius know, like, listen, she about to take this job and Nina's about to dip. I thought you should know, maybe you can try to stop her or at least say your goodbye, and this is where I feel like, I would probably be like a Darius because like, had I got that kind of information, I'd be like, you know what, whatever, fuck her, safe trip, that type of shit. But then you let it like marinate for maybe 30 good seconds. He's like, nah, all right, I'm going to go. So,
right.
So he goes, running for the train. In typical 90s fashion, he's running for the train, and then he can't catch the train and she's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she took a job with Vibe magazine, and I think she becomes like, like the head honcho at Vibe magazine. So 1 year later, we're now at the point to where Nina's at the sanctuary, and Darius is at the sanctuary, and Savon is back with his wife, and Hollywood was never seen again, and everything else is all fine and dandy. But I thought the movie ends super cool because Nina goes up there and gives her own poem to Darius as a callback to the opening of the movie.
Oh yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we know this movie wraps up with them basically kissing in the rain, catching pneumonia, telling each other they love each other and let's be together, and credits. So that's the movie.
Okay, I can get through some of this movie.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I could catch some of this. Oh, so that's what happened. Bobby thinks that made sense.
Why y'all outside kissing in the rain and shit?
A little bit. I was cheating. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so let's get into takeaways. Takeaways part of the show where we list our favorite male character, our favorite female character, least favorite character. We also talk about our favorite scene and least favorite scene, and we get into quick hits right after that. So with takeaways, who is going to get your That Guy award?
Oh, definitely with your friends. All day, every day. Hey.
Okay. All right. That Chick award.
Me. Because, it's their movie. They the stars of it. Even though she's a little ratchet.
Thought pocket.
But, yeah.
But she a fine thought pocket, though, so it's all right.
Right.
Who's getting your This Fool award?
I thought he was a fool, too. Like, he was a hottie, but then it's like, dude, he was a fool all at the same time. So, he's racking up at the award show right now.
All right.
Lorenz say.
All right. So Darius gets both That Guy and This Fool, right?
Yeah.
All right. What are you cutting out?
The rain.
The rain scene? Just looking at it makes me just,
right.
I want to cough. It's terrible.
Ain't nobody catching pneumonia around this mud.
So we can be out here kissing and shit? Nah.
Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, it's the foundation. The rain got my foundation running. Like, no.
You know what I'm saying? How dare. We can go, right over by the bar inside where it's dry and say what we got to say. We got to scream it, though, because it's loud, but whatever.
Right.
And what's your iconic scene?
Oh, man. Probably the ending.
Uh-huh.
So after all that BS, it's like they still kind of got together, which in reality, that doesn't happen in real life. But,
right.
it happened. But it was actually two scenes, so I liked that one, and then I liked the one where she was playing hard to get.
Right.
So those two were kind for me.
But then she gave in, at the end. But we're not going to talk about that. That's like Love Jones
like
too.
A sucker.
For me, I'm gonna say my That Guy award is gonna go to Darius. I thought Darius was a real dude. He's definitely not perfect like the rest of us. He's a fool for love, also a sucker, and at the end of the day, you know, he's a dude with a dream, and he just wants to get to where he has to go, and, you know, by any means necessary. And he happens to fall in love with a girl, and, you know, falling in and out of the girl. How long is this time span that they were actually together? Like a year? 2 years?
It seemed like it was too long. That's for damn sure.
It was like brief
for the crap that they were going on through.
Exactly. So, that chick award, I would have given it to Nina, but unfortunately, she loses points for getting with the homie. Nah, it's gonna go to Josie, because Josie was a real one. You know, because she understood that Nina and Darius had something special, even when they didn't realize it, and was cool about letting Darius know that Nina was going to New York for that vibe job, which opted Darius to at least try to go get his girl back. So Josie gets That Chick award for sure. This Fool award, Hollywood. No explanation needed. Moving on. Cut that out. I wouldn't cut anything out, essentially because, take it back. I would cut something out. I would cut out all the extra montages of them having a good time and going to zoos and getting ice cream and all that shit. Like, that can for sure get cut down to legit 5 minutes.
Right.
And
all day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how many, you know, zoos can you go see in Chicago in 1 week? Nah. And then, of course, my iconic scene for me is going to be that first visit to the sanctuary where all the characters are there. It sets the tone, sets the vibe for the movie. It's very smooth, and it's like, I want to go to a damn slam poetry club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could find my Nina in there.
Yeah, they need to bring that back.
Man.
Yeah, they definitely need to bring it.
I got to find my Nina in there. So...
right?
Yeah,
where my Nina at?
Hey,
not the good.
Be my Nina. I'm trying to write a poem about you right now.
Right, that's what I said. Not the good.
Okay.
I got a Nina right here for you.
Aye, Nina. So let's get into Quick Hits so we can wrap this thing up. So Quick Hits is a part of the show where we talk about production facts about the movie, and we briefly talk about why they made it, why they didn't make it, and then how could they improve on that production fact, and we just kind of wrap it up from there. So with Quick Hits, the very first Quick Hit fact is the role of Nina Mosley was originally written for Jada Pinkett Smith. How you feeling about that?
I mean, I didn't know that. I mean, heard about it. I was like, wow. She probably, I mean, it would have been nice to see her, but then it's like you have to think about that particular period in time. Mm-hmm. That was when she had the short blonde hair, so she was, you know, on her hood tip, you know. Right. I think that was around, like I said, Inkwell, because actually, a little fact, I was up for Inkwell, but that was around the time that Jada Pinkett was breaking out as a star. So I lost that role to Jada Pinkett.
What?
But that would have been, I was hurt. Oh, when I say I was so hurt. But just imagine if I had actually, like, got that. Like, that would have been, like, super dope. It probably would have changed my life, to be quite honest. But, yeah. It was because I think Inkwell, that kind of, like, even though she was doing other stuff, Inkwell did it for her because she was constantly doing movies after that.
Yeah, you know, from Inkwell to Low Down Dirty Shame to Set It Off to Jason's Lyric, like she practically ran that time for sure.
Right. So I think that was another reason why she probably didn't get too Love Jones too, because she had so many projects. When you're filming movies, it takes about a year,
right? You
know, off top anyway. So it takes a year, and then it comes out the next year. So she probably wouldn't have been able to do it. Plus, that's just not. She wasn't on that. Hey, that love movie tip. You know, it was like I'm gonna bang, shoot you up, and what you got me blank up. You know, like that's
set it off, bitch.
On, but
one time.
Right, that would have been kind of dope to see her in it, though.
Yeah, Next fact is the film is Theodore Witcher's only feature film as a writer and director. I've never heard of nothing he's done prior to Love Jones or even after Love Jones. So,
yeah, I didn't really know who it was that did it, to be quite honest.
he has a good eye.
Right.
He has a good eye. Last one is director and writer Theodore Witcher disowns the Buckingham Fountain sequence because the fog made the scene difficult to shoot. I do not know what scene he's talking about.
Right, I was going to say, what scene is that?
I have no idea what scene he's talking about at all. But it's only 3 facts here, so that's the movie. That's Love Jones. Before we get up out of here, is there anything you want to say to the listeners who have been riding with us, looking forward to having you on the show, and now they get to hear about you, hear about your life and your success? Is there anything you want to say to those people?
I just want to thank everybody that has been supporting me and, actually giving me my flowers while I'm here. I definitely appreciate it. It keeps me motivated and moving. I got 2 kids. I got 8 and 9-year-old. So it keeps me motivated for them too, because that's the future right there. And
right.
My kids actually love it. Just to see my kids excited when they see me doing a project and everything, it's just, they be like, that's my mama. Like, they probably, I'm Wonder Woman to them right about now.
Right.
But I do have a project that I'll actually start filming next week, and it's called Inner Warrior. It's a documentary. And I'm really excited about that. And that's going to be a project that's really going to be very dear to my heart because it's actually going to be reaching out and helping a lot of people out there that are going to be priceless. So I'm super excited about that. But, if anybody wants to, follow me or hit me up, just follow my social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope, Snapchat.
Black Planet.
Yahoo
Messenger, Amy.
Yeah, anything. Just Google my name and it'll come up. Angelique Bates, that's me, and I'll try to get back at you. Just don't be sending me no eggplant pictures or nothing like that. We good. I'm good with the block button.
She said, I don't need no dick shots. No. Not right
now.
At all.
I get real block trigger happy. I will block spam your ass and everything.
Well, since we're already plugging social medias, you can find me on all the social medias simply at I am Jay Alonzo. That's Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. You talk to me and I'll talk back. The Facebook talk group, Back to the Classics, a movie talk group, is now up and active. Check us out there. Join the conversation. We love to have you. The new Beat Network page is up and running. That's beatnetworkonline.com. You can get all the podcasts, all the new content, all the new articles exclusively on the website now. And of course, you can search us right here on iTunes, and you can search us on YouTube, and you can search us on Spreaker, and we're all over the place, which is dope. You know what I mean? We're going places. On behalf of Back to the Classics, Angelique Bates, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Man, you're dope, okay? You are dope.
Oh, thank you.
You are dope. You know what I'm saying? And come back anytime. I'm telling you, you can come back anytime. All right? We can do that hard street shit. We can do Salinas. We can do anything. All right?
Last Drag. We got to do Last Drag and set it off or something.
Well, we just did set it off, but I think...
oh, dang it. No. For real? I missed set it off? For real?
Yeah, you missed set it off, but, maybe we could do Last Dragon, though. Take it back for Leroy.
We got to do Last Dragon. I'm hurried about set it off, though. Look. I'm like, wait a minute, though. Or Scarface, hey.
You know what I'm saying? Am I the meanest?
Right?
So... like I said, thanks for coming out. We love having you on. Can't wait to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Back to the Classics with the beautiful Angelique Bates. We out of here, y'all. Oh, before I leave, shout out to my boy K Williams. I'll see you next week, bruh. Shout out to all of y'all. Love the family. Peace.